Hey, how's it going? So I'm back. I've gotten a few emails. I mentioned, and it's also on the there's a page or a link on the upper right-hand side that says I was a fat guy, and I was. Yeah, my name is Matt Dubiel, by the way. I was a fat guy, and I wasn't born a fat guy. I was actually probably pretty, average size, average build most of my life. Played sports in high school and was in pretty decent shape. In fact, wrestled and played football for a stretch and was into working out and took decent care of myself. And then in my 20s, I partied a lot in my early 20s. And then I got married about 25. And about every 2 or 3 or 4 years, I put on 20 pounds over that period. And so before you know it, I was 180, and starting to feel like, yeah, I'm 180. And then before you know it, I was 200, and then you're like, yeah, I'm 200 pounds. Nobody's gonna F with me, even though you're 5'6", and people could trounce you. And before you know it, I was 220. Got a couple of kids. I've got some really scary pictures where it looks like I'm holding an infant. It looks like I might eat the infant, or I might give birth to more infants. And then last year, I got up to 240 pounds. Most human beings are never meant to be 240 pounds. I don't care if you're 6'5", and I'm like 5'7" at best. And my kids, I have 3 kids, 8, 6, and 3. Actually 9, 7, and 4. They're all about to have birthdays. And my kids started comparing me. They started saying to me that I looked like the fat guy in Toy Story, in the second Toy Story, the one that steals Woody at the garage sale, played by Newman, for crying out loud, Newman from Seinfeld. And I knew, but life had its grips on me, and I wasn't ready, I guess. I quit smoking probably 10 years ago, and a lot of times when you quit smoking, you just start eating, and then you're not taking care of yourself in general, and before you know it, it just spiraled out of control. 240 pounds. So I've been getting some emails, and some people have said, hey, well, what did you do? How did you lose the weight? What, did you start working out? No. You can't, you can't, when you get to that point, you have to shock the system. You have to really stir it up somehow and do something dramatic, something really paradigm shifting, because getting yourself to work out for 30 minutes or an hour or 2 or whatever it takes, it's just unrealistic. And doing the Biggest Loser thing, this is another great thing. I used to sit and eat chips and salsa and ice cream and crap, my wife and I, while we were watching Biggest Loser, and look at the people, and it's sick when you think about it. So you got to shock the system somehow, and that's what I did. I didn't go and get surgery. I didn't get the gastric bypass or the lap band or anything like that. But a friend of mine suggested that I go talk to a physician in Wheaton. And it was about this diet called the HCG Diet. I was like, I'm not injecting myself. I've heard so many weird things. I've heard about these weird diets. Let me see what it's about. So I went and talked to the doctor, and they kind of explained it to me, and they said it was a 40-day process, and in 40 days I would lose 30 pounds. And so I dove in, and it's a pretty drastic, pretty extreme diet, and the whole procedure is pretty intense. It involves injecting yourself with a little bit of hormone every day for 40 days. And it's actually the hormone that women produce when they're pregnant. It's what allows their body to reset their metabolism after they have a baby. Their body makes it, and it's what keeps them in shape so that they can still breastfeed if they need to and they want to, but yet their body purges itself of the stored fat in order to nourish the baby and nourish themselves. And they take in less calories, but they still burn and produce nourishment for the baby. It stands for human chorionic. I'm going to screw this up. HCG stands for human chorionic gonadotropin, and I probably said it wrong. It's also the hormone that if a woman takes a pregnancy test and she's looking for the little line on the pregnancy test, that's the hormone that triggers the line on the pregnancy test. So you immediately start making it as a woman once your body is in mode to make a baby. And so you inject yourself with this stuff for 40 days. If you were really a lard ass like I was and you've really let yourself go and you weren't healthy, they recommend that you do some cleansing beforehand, and that involves taking some fiber and taking some vitamins and eating organically and cutting out white flour and white sugar for a period before, and that really kind of kickstarts the whole process. And so I did that. I did the cleansing, and then I did the 40 days, and then after that you lock it in for 21 days. And I lost like 34 pounds. I mean, it just melted off. It just came off. I mean, I was cutting new holes in my belt, every other day. You lose like 0.7 to a pound a day, and I was really on target. And guys do really well on this diet. So I did it, and I thought, well, shit, 30 pounds, 34 pounds. Let me do that again. And they said, whoa, you can't just do it again right away. You got to wait a little while. So I waited a little while. I did it again. Boom, another 30 pounds. All right. And the difference was ridiculous. I'll post a picture up. In fact, I have one on the I Was a Fat Guy page. I mean, the difference is astounding. I did it one more time after that because I had a little bit more, and now it's about maintenance and exercising and that sort of stuff. But I mean, you can kind of see, I don't know how much, but there's not a lot of excess body fat on me right now. I mean, I've got a little bit of a waddle, but I think some of that's probably just going to be, I'm going to have to hit the gym. But I highly recommend it. It's phenomenal. Dr. Oz just did a show on it recently, and they had a lot of people from both sides, and there's a lot of confusion. And there's these drops that you can buy. You can buy them at Walgreens. You can buy them on the internet for like $40 or whatever. And they say that they're HCG. That's not HCG. There's nothing in them. In order to get HCG, you have to have a prescription. You need to do it with a doctor. It's got to be safe. You have to, it's your health, it's your body. You got to be very careful with your health and your body. Nothing is worth croaking over. It's better to be fat than to be dead. Write that down. So I highly recommend using a doctor. I would be happy to refer you to the doctor that I used if you want to drop me a note or put something in the comments. And somebody that needs to lose 30 pounds or more. And it's not right for everyone. It's you have to get a physical, you have to get a doctor's exam, and they have to make sure that it's appropriate for your health and your state of mind and everything. But it worked really great for me. And again, the important thing is to note that all these little drops and things all over the internet and at the drugstore, there's nothing in those. It's a placebo kind of a thing, and I just would hate for people to hear, oh, there's another guy that did HCG, and then go get the drops, and it's not going to help you. And I'm a firm believer in not eating, processed Nutrisystem crap and then trying to lose weight doing that stuff. This was an extreme situation for an extreme situation, but it worked phenomenally for me. And I can't say enough good things about the process and the doctors and the way that you feel when you're done. I mean, it gives you a new lease on life. I threw clothes away. I got new suits, I got new pants, I got new jeans. I'm in like a 32-inch waist jeans. new belts. I mean, I'm not into clothes, but it was nice to get some things and then fit, and then you feel like, all right, I can go out in public without feeling like, a turd. So HCG with a doctor, injectable, and if you're adverse to injections, but you think it might be right for you, you could always have somebody do it for you and inject you in the butt. I did it myself, but I just wanted to answer that because a lot of folks have emailed me and said, well, how did you do it? What did you do? What happened? Blah, blah, blah. And that's what I did. Next time I do a video, I'm going to get that smoking jacket I told you about. And as always, thanks again for stopping by mattdubiel.com. And go out there and go after your dreams. Whatever it is, don't be afraid. Do something that scares you today. Make a video and put it on the internet so people can make fun of you. And if you'd like to do that, please leave a comment. And thanks again.